This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Without a healthy mind, being truly happy and at peace is hard. The good news is therapy works. But what is therapy exactly? It's whatever you want it to be. Maybe you're not feeling motivated right now and would like some tools to help. Or maybe you're feeling insecure in relationships or at work, not dealing well with stress even. Whatever you need, it's time to stop being ashamed of normal human struggles and start feeling better, because you deserve to be happy. And now you don't have to worry about finding an in-person therapist near you to help. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist so that you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can start communicating with your therapist in under 48 hours. Join the millions of people who are seeing what online therapy is really about. It's always a good time to invest in yourself because you are your greatest asset. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and the Who and How Club listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/whohow. Once again, that's betterhelp.com/whohow. As in the Who and How Club, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm currently in a position where I have to find a new psychologist. I've been with my psychologist for a year and a few months, and our time with each other is pretty much over now. So I'm in search of a new psychologist, and I understand how nerve-wracking it can be to find a therapist, because you want to have that energy with the person you're going to be spending time with and sharing a lot of personal details, emotions, and thoughts, and your past and your present, all of that with. So BetterHelp is a great platform where you could actually, choose your own therapist and find the right fit for yourself. I'm currently in that state where I have to find a new one. So go to BetterHelp. You'll get 10% off of your first month if you use the Who and How Club's code, which is WhoHow. All right. So it is time for you to find your therapist and get on board and start your journey. With that said, let's get to today's episode of the Who and How Club.
Who are you? 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 Who are you?
Is my mic on? Hello? Testing. Hey, let's see if I still know how to do this. If I still got it in me. It's been 3 months, ladies and gentlemen, but the king is back. The king has returned to his throne. So for those who are listening in for the first time, we have a slogan here. And for those who are returning listeners, you know what the slogan is. You are the Who and How Club. I am the Who and How Club. And we are the Who's and How's of this world. It's your boy, Arys Déjan. I am the creator, producer, and host of the Who and How Club. This is the place and the space where we focus on who you are and how you became the you that you are today. And of course that journey in between, your past, your present, and we try to figure out what your future looks like here on this platform. If you're listening in for the first time, it's safe to say that I'm actually returning for the first time in 3 months. I've been on a bit of a vacation. I needed some time away from my baby, the thing that I created and brought to life. Sometimes you got to step away. You got to take a step back to reevaluate and figure out what you really want your baby to look like and grow into. You want to give it time to grow. In fact, you can't be such a helicopter parent where you're just trying to oversee and control the growth of your baby, of your child. But if you you start to realize, if you're as aware as I am, you begin to realize that stepping away and allowing your child to grow in and put in some work, use the things that you taught it to do, and just watch it grow. It'll grow into some beauty, some beautiful flower. It'll bloom into something so beautiful if you just sit back and watch. And that's what this platform has done in my absence. And the downloads and the visits and the listens have really increased. And also, you never know how much people really want the stuff that you've created until you stop doing it and you start to get messages and people saying, hey, where's the next episode? Where have you been? What's really going on? They care. And that's what I do this for. You know what I mean? But there are always things happening behind the scenes that my supporters, my listeners, aka club members, won't fully understand or grasp. And who wants to bore you with all of those details? Let me cook. Let me figure it all out. But what you can always do is trust that I shall return. And I don't take any of you for granted. I appreciate all of you who continue to support the platform, even in my absence. I'm just playing with the volumes here. Like I said, I'm curious to see if I still got it. I feel like my voice is a bit scratchy, but I'm just really happy to be here. I hope you can all hear the smile in my voice as I speak. You know what I mean? Because I'm really happy to be back. I missed all of you. One thing about being away from the platform that you created for, so long, from my perspective, it's not that long, but from the listener and the supporter, it might feel like forever. You tend to miss out when you're on this side of the fence. You tend to miss out on some really, what's the word I'd like to use? Some really dope content, let's say. Some topics that could have been great for discussion. You know what I mean? When you're away from that long, you miss out on this dope content that life continues to give us on a day-to-day basis, So many things have happened since I last recorded and gave you an episode. And what's crazy is that I have a lot of content in my pocket to give to all of you, but I didn't want to give that to you yet. I wanted to take a break and restructure and really evaluate myself, the people that I was aiming to partner with, colleagues, my work life, my love life, my family life, my therapy life. Sometimes you just really need to evaluate certain things before you continue on your artistic journey. And through that discovery, you start to gain even more inspiration, and you look forward to getting back to regular programming. It's like, I can't wait to come back and talk about everything that I've learned in the past few months, so you look forward to it and you get excited, but you're watching your baby there and you're restructuring and stuff like that, and it's okay to do that. And I'm not saying it's okay because I do it. I'm telling you, it is okay to do that. When you've created something out of nothing, you get to treat it how you want, and you get to raise it how you want. You know what I mean? I really want us to wrap our minds around looking at our creations, the ideas that we've brought to life, as our babies, as our children, our firstborn children. You know what I'm saying? And you're the one raising it. And no one can tell you how to parent. So, there's so many things that I missed out. You probably hear the window's open, so you could probably hear what's going on outside. We got some funny horns. But let's take a look at some of the things that we missed out on. We're coming out of the COVID phase, and we might be going back into a full-blown COVID phase. So we'll see how things go. There have been many reports this past week of how this summer is going to look and what they're aiming to do. By them, I mean the government. But let's not put any negativity out into the universe. Let's hope for the best. Cross our fingers. We've been out of a phase for a few months now, so let's pray that we'll continue to be out of that phase and be allowed to just live our lives. So many things, the Oscar slap. What an event. What an event. What a distraction, in fact. Norm Macdonald passed. For those who are just tuning in, that comedy, stand-up comedy, and just comedians. There's so many comedians that I look up to, and if it wasn't for some of the stand-up comedians that I look up to, I probably wouldn't be podcasting. We'll get into the shows that I listen to in a little bit, because I want to start sharing with all of you the shows that I listen to and share with you my podcast schedule throughout my week. A lot of people tend to ask me, Arys, what shows do you listen to? I think I shared some of the shows early on in the episodes of the Who and How Club, but I haven't really shared my structure and what my weeks look like, because I do listen to podcasts, but majority of them are comedic podcasts, podcasts from comedians that I look up to, because they keep me happy throughout my week. They keep my mind open and my spirits alive, because I'm laughing at the people I look up to with the jokes that they're presenting, and their perspectives and their wit and their quickness, and steel sharpens steel. And I learn a lot from these people that I listen to. So I'm going to share that in a little bit. But of course, the Oscar slap, Norm Macdonald, who is a Canadian comedic legend, passed away. And, it's like he knew he was passing. He gave us this special, this Netflix special. And it's so surreal to watch the special. The way he conducted it is hilarious. And it's just like he's giving us these zingers and stuff like that, these one-liners, these punchlines. And if you get it, you get it, you know what I mean? But his humor was very unique. And I looked up to Norm throughout my life. So in different ways, you know what I mean? And a lot of legends are just passing. Of course, like I mentioned, the Oscar slap, we saw Will Smith we saw a different version of him and Chris Rock. But, a lot of crazy things are just happening in the world in general. I feel like we're in a crazy time right now. We're seeing a lot of weird things happen. There's some things that's in the air right now, and we can only pray for the best, and just focus on the positivity, but still acknowledge the negativity that's happening, so that we don't feed into it and we don't become it. Doctor Strange came out. Multiverse of Madness. I didn't get a chance to review it or write a review on it, so I'm going to rewatch it and get a review on it, because I didn't really enjoy my first watch. So I'm hoping that my second or third watch will keep me open to it. The Marvel universe hasn't been the same since Endgame, since Infinity War and Endgame, and also Black Panther and Thor Ragnarok. Like the new Thor is coming out, Love and Thunder, but there's just something different in the air right now, and it just doesn't feel like how it used to. Infinity War, Endgame, those are top tier, so I don't know what the Marvel team and what Marvel's planning to do with the new movies. I mean, the shows are doing really well. Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel's out right now, which I haven't watched. This will be the second series out of the MCU that I have not watched yet. The first one being WandaVision, but I'm sort of caught up. I've read on it. I've watched all the reviews and the information on what WandaVision is about. Maybe I'll revisit it at some point. I got into Star Wars a lot during my time off, and I revisited the whole timeline and just figuring out, like, I'm really obsessed with with Star Wars at this moment, and I'm actually happy with what Disney has done with the Star Wars universe, like seeing its growth. So I have a lot to still watch, but I caught up on The Mandalorian Season 2, and I started Book of Boba Fett, and Obi-Wan Kenobi came out during my time off, so I feel like those were amazing watches. What else what else has been going on? Oh my God, Roe versus Wade. That was this week, and the overturning of that. we're going to get into all of this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm bringing some really unique individuals on the show going forward to speak about some of these things that I missed, but also some new things to talk about. But it's crazy. Like I said, we're in a crazy time right now. And I never thought that something like this would happen in my timeline, the fact that Roe v. Wade has been overturned is like, what's going on? What is going on? What nexus beings are out there? Because the timeline is like being messed up and overthrown. Loki's out there. Loki really messed up the timeline. You know what I mean? So we got to catch these nexus beings and put the timeline back into place, because I really don't understand what's going on. And I know you all out there have an opinion, and I want to create a space this time around, going forward, to really have these difficult conversations. We're not gonna, now that I'm back and I realize what I really want to do, or the more that I want to do with the Who and How Club platform, is I want to expand it and have these real difficult conversations. We were already having difficult conversations, focusing on self and really admitting to our pasts, our mistakes, our successes, our wrongdoings, our roles in certain situations, and our growth and the things that we've gone through in order to grow and to be where we are today, But I want to have even more difficult conversations going forward. And I want to talk about these things going on in the world today. So I have some really dope guests planned for all of you. And we're going to touch on all of this. But it just sucks that I was on a bit of a vacation while these things were happening. So during that time, as you all know, I've been in therapy, and, actually, no, let me wait. I won't talk about that yet. During my time off, I released an EP, with two creators, two other artists from different parts of the world, Emma Salisbury and Roca Beats. Roca Beats coming from the Netherlands, and Emma coming from Australia. We all three of us form Three Flags, which is the supergroup, a supergroup. As you all know, I come from Toronto, Canada. So we took these three flags that we all represent and put them together and formed Three Flags. So the Three Flags project is out right now and available. We have some animated visuals out as well. You could cop that on all streaming platforms. But I'm moving very quickly this year, in year 2022, and I have some really dope music coming. So go and indulge in that, but prepare for some new sounds coming. Today I actually had a meeting with a network. I won't say the network's name. It was an amazing meeting. I don't know what that was. Let's hope it wasn't a gunshot. But I had a great meeting today. Unfortunately, the meeting didn't go how I wanted it to go. Not on my part, but just what I was expecting to hear from the network and what I prepared for. It didn't really go the direction that I wanted it to go in, but that doesn't mean it didn't go in a great direction. But I just don't think that it's a right fit for what the Who and How Club what I'm planning on doing. And independence has been really beautiful for me so far. So as I build this platform, I pray that I come across other networks and other partnerships that fit with what I'm aiming to do. Because I have my own dream and I have my own goals, and I know what we can do with this, and I'm not willing to give that up for any opportunity. Doesn't matter how great the thing sounds, or there's power in saying no, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, club members. So just keep that in mind. I know I've said this to you before in past episodes. There is you empower yourself when you say no, and even when you say yes. My mother, who I've been spending a lot of time with lately, she's been drilling into my mind this concept of making a decision and sticking to it. You know, when you make a decision, like, stop being so wishy-washy with things and unsure and on the fence. Make a decision. Empower yourself and make a decision. And, you know, when making a decision, a lot of the times it's either left or right, yes or no, up and down, in or out, which I've also sort of promoted on this platform before. So in this opportunity that has presented itself today, I will be empowering myself by saying no, but thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for meeting with me and reaching out and letting me know that I'm, you know, we're thought of, you know, we're hitting some radars, ladies and gentlemen, and it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning, and this is what happens. This is how things grow. So I pray that in my absence, all of you were also creating and elevating your minds and your hearts and your souls. You know, I got a job. I lost a job. I got a partnership. Partnership didn't work out. You know, like I go through a lot of ups and downs, so I understand how it goes when it comes to living life and also creating, wanting to be creators out there and wanting to bring ideas to life on a constant basis. But one thing to walk away from today with is to never stop. So no matter how crazy your roller coaster may be and those ups and downs, you know, peaks and valleys, highs and lows, all of that, you know, it just comes with the territory. So understand that, embrace it, accept it, and never stop. Never get off that roller coaster. Let the roller coaster keep going, because it's bringing you on, you know, as you go on a roller coaster consistently, you know, initially you'll be afraid. You're not sure what to expect. There's going to be loops and crazy steeps and all of that jazz, right? But as you continue to go on that roller coaster every summer when you visit the theme park, you become even more unafraid of it, and you know what to expect, and you enjoy the roller coaster the way you want to enjoy it. There aren't any surprises anymore. So embrace that roller coaster as you visit your life theme park, and then you'll go and visit other theme parks, and then you'll become fearless, even more fearless fearless enough to try out some other roller coasters that you've never tried out before. And you'll get off that roller coaster, that new one, and be like, wow, this is new. This is a new feeling, but I'm enjoying the ride as I go, and I'm open to the loops and the dips and all of that, you know. Some roller coasters touch water. Some roller coasters have you standing while it's going up and down and going on in these loops. Some roller coasters have your feet dangling and you feel like you're going to just fly off the damn track. And that's life as a creator. So enjoy it. Thank you for still being with me and staying with me. Shout out to my sponsor, BetterHelp. There will be a read for that in a few moments. Actually, sorry, the read is at the beginning of today's episode, so disregard that. But yeah, I got some more coming. So thank you for still being with me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, club members. Thank you to those who are in my life currently, who have been in my life, and who will be in my life shortly. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to be back, and I appreciate all of you. Just stay tuned for some more announcements and some more content from me. I got a lot of episodes to give you and for all of you to catch up on. Hopefully when you hear me speak today and you listen to these old episodes, but they'll be new to you, these are episodes that I've already created and had in my pocket. You'll hear the growth in my conversation, because the structure will be solo episode, guest episode, and an episode where I've made a guest appearance which we call guest spots. So any guest spots that I've appeared on or made, you'll be getting those episodes as well. So that'll be the structure: solo episode, guest episode, which means a guest on the Who and How Club, or guests, multiple guests, and then also my guest spots that I appear on and show up on. So just get ready for some content from me, and we're going to build this brand this summer and get the events going, and I'm looking for a network to partner with. So this is just the beginning. I love you all. I appreciate all of you. I do have an update on... Actually, no, we'll wait. We'll talk next week, ladies and gentlemen. You know the slogan. You are the Who and How Club. I am the Who and How Club, and we are the Who's and How's of this world. Without you, without me, there is no we. So while we're here, let's pick each other's brains. Let's have a great conversation. Let's feel safe when speaking with each other. And even if we got to debate and argue a little bit just to get to a greater good, let's do it. Like, are you really afraid to speak? Are you really afraid to share your story or share your past, your present, and what you see for your future? Don't be. I'm not. I promise you I will never be. And so you should feel safe in doing the same, all right? We'll touch base in 7 days from now. Thursdays are when the episodes come out, but today is Canada Day. It is July 1st, so we're gonna let this episode fly on a Friday. But the slot is Thursdays every week. All right, it's your boy Arys Déjan. 1.